Hi boys and girls, welcome back to another math class. Today we are going to learn a little more about decimals. In fact, we are going to look at operations on decimals. You can find this in your Learning Ladders all-in-one book, and the chapter name is Operations on Decimals. What do we mean by operations? Yes, mathematic operations like addition, subtraction, division and multiplication. So I hope you have your textbook with you, you have your notebook with you, you have your pencil or pen with you, and you're ready to listen and understand these concepts and practice. Alright, let's get started. So let's start with addition of decimals. How do we add decimals? Let's take an example that will help us understand better. How do we add 236.35, 42.3, 6.735 and 53. Alright, the first step is to change all unlike decimals to like decimals. That means like decimals have the same number of places. So let's do that. Here we see that 3 is the highest number of decimal places. So let's change all the other decimals to 3 decimal places. Let's change this to 236.350. Remember, we can add 0 to the extreme right because it doesn't change the value of the decimal. 42.3 can be written as 42.300 and 6.735 we can leave it as it is because it has already got 3 decimal places, and 53 whole number is the same as 53.000. Now as you can see, these are all like decimals because they've got 3 decimal places each. Alright, now the next step is to just write the decimals one below the other and start adding from the extreme right, just like how you do for the whole numbers, we have to do for the decimals. So just write down the decimals one below the other. That means 236.350 and then 42.300, 6.735. Notice as I'm writing one below the other, I am making sure that every digit is in the right place value. Alright. The last one is 53.000. Once you write one below the other, you just need to add all the corresponding place values. Alright, let's start from the extreme right. Alright, so let's start from here. We have to go from this side to this side. So 0 plus 0 plus 5 plus 0 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8. And then we do the 10th place, that is 3 plus 3 plus 7 is 10, 13. Alright, and then 1 gets carried forward here, and wherever the decimal point is, you have to keep the decimal point as it is. And then we do the ones place, that is 6, 12, 13, 14, 15, 18. 1 gets carried forward. 5, 9, 10, 13. 1 gets carried forward. 2 plus 1 is 3. So the answer is 338.385. This is your answer. Alright, pretty simple. Just change all the unlike decimals to like decimals, write all the like decimals one below the other, and do the regular addition from the extreme right. Now let's look at addition of decimals, but this time we are looking at a word problem. Have a look at this problem. If a man travels 3 kilometers 25 meters by car, 2 kilometers 750 meters by bike, and 1 kilometer 5 meters by walk, find the total distance he travels. Okay, so what is given? Distance. So distance he travels by car is how much? 3 kilometers and 25 meters. Remember how we convert this into kilometers? We've seen it in the earlier one where we use metric measures. That is, we can write this as 3.025 kilometers. That's right. All right. If you don't remember how to do this, go back to your previous chapter. You've seen how you can convert meter to kilometer. 1 meter is 1 by 1000 kilometers. meters, and that's how you get this 3 kilometers 25 meters as 3.025 kilometers. Now, what is the distance he travels by bike? What's given? 2 kilometers 750 meters. Now this can be written as, can you guess? 2.750 kilometers. That's right. And what is the distance he travels by walk? Distance traveled by walk. It's 1 kilometer and 5 meters. That is nothing but 1.005 kilometers. Alright, now they are asking us to find out the total distance he travels. So what is the total distance he travels? That's right. The total distance he travels is distance traveled by car plus distance traveled by bike plus distance traveled by walk. That means we need to add all the 3 distances. We have converted into kilometers so that they will have the same units. Only if they have the same units, you can add them up. So as you can see, we have kilometers, kilometers and kilometers. Now it's a regular addition of decimals. Write down the decimals one below the other and just add it. As you can see, they are already like decimals because they've got the same number of decimal places, that is 3. Let's write down one below the other. Total distance. Total distance is nothing but 3.025, that is from here, and then we have 2.750, that's by bike, and then we need to look by walk, that is 1.005. Just go ahead and do the addition from the extreme right. 5 plus 5 is 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 3, 4, 5, 6.780. Therefore, the distance, total distance, that is total distance he travels is 6.780 kilometers, or you can write it as 6 kilometers 780 meters. Right, this is how you can solve a word problem which has addition of decimals. Now let's look at subtraction of decimals. Let's take an example. Subtract 35.85 from 72.5. As you can see, we have 2 decimals. How do we subtract? Again, the first step is to change the unlike decimals to like decimals. So let's do that. 35.85 will be 35.85. It's got 2 decimal places, and 72.5 can be written as 72.50. Now both the decimals have 2 decimal places and they are like decimals. Alright, the next step is to write the bigger decimal first and then the smaller decimal below it, and then do the subtraction. We know when we do subtraction, we also always have to do bigger minus smaller. So let's write that. Which is the bigger decimal? 72.50. Very good. From that you need to subtract 35.85. Now let's do the regular subtraction from the extreme right. Here we see this 4, 10, 5, again 1, 14, 6, again we can see 6, 11 is 6, 3, that is 36.65. Therefore, the difference is 36.65. This is how you can do subtraction of decimals. Alright, as usual, take the decimals and convert it into like decimals, and then write the bigger one on the top and the smaller one below it, and do this regular subtraction. Alright, let's solve a word problem with subtraction. Here's the question. Raji had 100 rupees. She spent 75 rupees and 50 paise on books, or 75.50 on books. How much money is left with her? Alright. What is the amount she had? What is the amount she had initially? 100 rupees. That's right. 100 rupees can be written as 100.00. All right, how much did she spend? Amount she spent. How much did Raji spend? It's given there. 75 rupees 50 paise, or you can write it as 75.50. Now they are asking you what is the money that is left with her. So she had 100 rupees, she spent 75 rupees. So what is the money left? That's right, this is we do the subtraction. Therefore, amount left will be amount she had, that is 100 rupees, minus amount she spent. If you do 100 minus 75.50, you get the answer as 24 rupees 50 paise, or 24.50. This is the amount that is left with her. Now let's do a simplification problem which has a combination of addition and subtraction. Let's do that. 215.4 minus 26.35 minus 95.80 plus 11.253. As you can see, we have a combination of subtraction and addition. How do we do a simplification problem with decimals? All right, first step. Step 1 is to add up do the addition. All right, so we can do 215.4 plus 11.253. 215.4 plus 11.253. As you can see, let's make 215.4 also into 3 decimal places so that they are like decimals. I put 2 zeros. Let's add this up. 3, 5, 6, 6, 2, 226.653. So we are done with this and this. All right. Step 2 is to take the negative numbers. So what are the negative numbers? We have minus 26.35 and minus 95.80. All right. So when both are negative numbers, you just have to add both the negative numbers and put the negative sign in the answer. All right. Remember, when there are 2 negative numbers, you just have to add both the negative numbers and put the negative sign at the end. So let's do the addition. 5 plus 0 is 5, 8 plus 3 is 11, 7 plus 5 is 12, 10, 11, 12, 122.15, but I'm going to put a negative sign. All right, this is your step 2. Step 3 is to do the subtraction. Answer of step 1 and answer of step 2 you have, just do the subtraction. Step 3. Remember, write the bigger number on the top, that is 226.653, which is this, minus, let's take this, 122.15. I can put a 0 to make it a like decimal. That's it. This is a regular subtraction from the extreme right. So what do you get? You get the answer as here you get 3, you get 0, 5, 4, 0, 1, 104.503. This is your answer. This is how you do simplification of decimals. Alright, now let's look at multiplication of decimals. Again, let's take an example. 3.76 into 2. Alright, how do we do this? Again, you've seen this earlier, but let's revise it once again. 3.76 into 2. Alright, you just have to do the regular multiplication. 6 2s are 12, 7 2s are 14, 15, 3 2s are 6, 7. Alright, remember, where do you put the decimal point? Depending on the number of decimal places in the multiplicand. We see the multiplicand as 3.76. So how many decimal places are there? 2. Therefore, we need to put the decimal point so that the answer will also have 2 decimal places. That means here. So now you can see we have 2 here, 2 decimal places. That's right. 3.76 into 2 is 7.52. This is your product. Okay. Good. Let's take another example. 37.6 into 2. How do we do this? 37.6 into 2 will be 12, 15, 75.2. Why did I put point here, decimal point here, because the multiplicand has only one decimal place. So the product also should have only one decimal place. All right. Now let's do 0.376 into 2. How do we do this? 0.376 into 2. 6 2s are 12. 15. 7. 0. Since the multiplicand has 3 decimal places, we are going to put a decimal point after 3. 0.752. Right? So as you can see, if the multiplicand has one decimal place, that is this, the product will have one decimal place. If the multiplicand has 2 decimal places, the product will also have 2 decimal places. If the multiplicand has 3 decimal places, the product will also have 3 decimal places. This is a very important concept to understand when you multiply decimals. Okay. Now tell me, what is this? How do we do this? 13.351 into 10. What happens when you multiply a decimal with 10, 100 and 1000? What happens? Remember, the decimal point moves one place to the right because it has got 1 0. The decimal point will move one place to the right. So that means it's moving to the right. It comes here. So the answer is 133.51. What about this? 13.351 into 100. We have 2 zeros, so the decimal point will move 2 places. That's right. So that is 1 and 2. It comes here. The answer is 133.51. And what happens when you multiply a decimal with 1000? Good. 3 zeros, so 3 decimal places. It has to move 3 decimal places. So the decimal point is moving 1, 2 and 3. Comes here. That means it is 13351.0. Perfect. Okay. Now let's see how you can multiply a decimal with another decimal. Alright. Let's take an example. Find the product of 12.1 and 2.5. Remember, we are looking at multiplication of 2 decimals. Alright. Again, it is just like whole numbers. You just have to write both the decimals, 12.1 into 2.5. Okay. Just forget the decimal points and do the regular multiplication. So we can look at 5 ones are, first we do with 5. 5 ones are 5. 5 twos are 10. And then 5 ones are 5 plus 1 is 6. Alright. And then remember, we cross out the ones place because we are now looking at 2. So we do 2 ones are 2. 2 twos are 4. And again 2 ones are 2. Now you just have to do the addition. That is 5, 2, 10 and 3. Alright, we got 3025. Now the important point to note is how do we put the decimal point. Alright, remember the number of decimal places, this is your product, right? So the number of decimal places in your product will be the number of places, number of decimal places in your multiplicand, which is 12.1, plus the number of places in your multiplier. Alright, so number of places in your multiplicand 12.1 is 1 and number of decimal places in the multiplier is 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. So we need to, the product needs to have 2 decimal places. That means I'm going to put the decimal point here. Now you can see it's got 2 decimal places. Okay, number of decimal places in the product is nothing but number of decimal places in the multiplicand plus number of decimal places in the multiplier. Let's quickly take an example. Multiply 3.5 into 1.12. Alright, how do we do this? 3.5 into 1.12. Do the regular multiplication. As you can see, this has got 1 decimal place. Alright, and this has got how many? 2 decimal places. So can you tell me how many decimal places the product will have? 1 plus 2, that is 3. Perfect. 3 will be the number of decimal places of the product. Let's have a look at it. First, let's do the multiplication. So here we get 5 twos are 10, 70. We're done with 2, and then we put a cross, cross out the ones place and then start with 1. 1 5s are 5, 1 3s are 3. We are done with ones place and tens place. Now we do the hundreds place, which is 1. Again 1 5s are and 1 3s are is 1 5s are 5, 1 3s are 3. That's it. Now just do the addition. 0, 12, 9 and 3. This is your product. Once you get the product, just put the decimal point. Where do we've seen that it should have 3 decimal places. So let's make sure that the product has 3 decimal places. So I'm going to put the decimal point here. So the answer is 3.920. Alright, let's look at division of decimals. Okay, first we'll look at division of decimals with a whole number. Alright, let's take an example. 34.2 is your decimal divided with 2. 2 is your whole number. How do we do this? Again, you've seen it earlier. I'm quickly going to show you this so that you will quickly remember what you learned. Alright, let's do the regular division. 34.2 divided by 2. Alright, so 2 ones are 2. Remember, you can always give 2 more zeros so that you can write it as a decimal number with 3 decimal places. Alright, so 2 ones are 2, 3 minus 1 is 1, 4 comes down, 2 sevens are 14, 40 minus 14 is 0. Now before you bring the tens place down, what do we do? Before you bring this down, what do? We put a decimal point, that's right, in the quotient. And now you can bring this one down. Then it is 2 ones are 2, 2 minus 2 is 0. Alright, once you get the remainder 0, you can stop it. Alright, else you can bring the other 2 decimal places as well. Alright, so the answer is 17.1. 17.1. Okay, now tell me, what is this? 351.05 divided by 10. What happens when you divide a decimal number with 10, 100 and 1000? What happens? That's right, when you divide it with 10, the decimal point moves 1 place to the left. That's right. So it comes here. The answer is 35.105. Alright. Unlike multiplication, here the decimal point moves to the left. In multiplication, the decimal point moves to the right. Alright. What about this? 351.05 divided by 100. Since there are 2 zeros, the decimal point moves 2 places to the left. So it will come here. The answer is 3.5105. Alright. Now what about 354.05 divided by 1000? Now tell me what happens here. 3 zeros, therefore it moves 3 places to the left. That means 1, 2, 3. So the answer is 0.35405. Let's do another one. 0.05 divided by 100. What happens here? Again, you have 2 zeros, so the decimal point should move 2 places to the left because we have division. So it's 1 and 2. That means you can put another 0 here. 0.0005. This is how you can do division of decimals with 10, 100, 1000. Now, how do you divide a decimal by another decimal? Alright, let's take an example. Divide 3.52 divided by 1.2. As you can see, we have 2 decimals. How do you do the division? Alright. First thing is to check the number of decimal places in the divisor. Alright, and then as you can see, the divisor is, what is the divisor? 1.2. This is your divisor. Check the number of decimal places. How many are there? 1, right? Remember, it's got 1 decimal place. And then now you have to multiply both the dividend and the divisor by 10, because you've got 1 decimal place. You need to multiply both the dividend and the divisor by 10. That's your step 2. So let's do. Multiply the dividend. Dividend is what? What's your dividend? This is your dividend. So let's write it down as 3.52. And what do you do with the dividend? Multiply it with 10. We are multiplying it with 10 because we've got the we found out that divisor has 1 decimal place. All right. So 3.52 into 10, what is the answer? When you multiply a decimal with 10, the decimal point moves one place to the right. That's right. So it becomes 35.2. Good. Divisor also needs to be multiplied by 10. So what is a divisor? 1.2 multiplied with 10. The decimal point moves one place to the right. It becomes 12. Okay. Now we got. Now we are ready to do the division. Okay. All right. Now you just have to divide this and this. Right. So 35.2 divided by 12. How do we do that? We've seen it earlier. It's like a division of decimal with whole number. So we write 35.2 and we can put 2 more zeros divided by 12. Alright. So 12 2s are 24. 35 minus 24 is 11. Before we bring the tens place down, we need to put the decimal point in the quotient. And now we can bring the tens place down. 12 into what is 112? 12 9s are 108. Okay. This is 4. Since the remainder is not 0, we can bring the hundredths place also down. It is 40. 12 3s is 36. Again, remainder is not 0, so we bring the the thousandths place also down. It is 40. 12 into what is 40? 12 3s 36. That's it. This is your remainder. We need to stop there. Alright. So the answer for 35.2 divided by 12 is what is the answer? 2.933. Your quotient. This is how you can do division of decimal with another decimal. So what have we done? This was the question. 3.52 divided by 1.2. The first thing is for us to look at the decimal places of the divisor. This is your divisor, so we realize that it's got one decimal place. Since it's got one decimal place, we need to multiply both the dividend and the divisor with 10. So we did that. We did the multiply dividend with 10 and divisor with 10, and we got this 35.2 divided by 12, and once you do the regular division, you get the answer as 2.933. Let's take another example so that you'll understand this better. Alright. 4.356 divided by 2.15. Okay. Now, as you can see, the divisor has how many places? 2 decimal places. So we multiply both the dividend and the divisor with what? 100. That's right. Let's do that. 4.356 into 100, because it's got 2 decimal places, we are multiplying with 100, is what? The decimal point moves 2 places to the right. It's 1, 2. That's right. 435.6. And 2.15 into 100 is what? Again, the decimal point has to move 2 places to the right. 1, 2. That is 215. Okay. Now you just have to divide these two. So 435.600 divided by 215. As you can see, 215 into 2 is 430. This is 5. Before I bring the tens place down, I have to put a decimal point. Now I can bring 6 down, and again I need to bring this 0 also down, so I can put a 0 here, and then 215 into what is 560? 2s is 430. Alright, so 560 minus 430 is 130, and then you can bring the thousandths place also down, that is 0. So then 215 into what is 1300, you can put it as 6, that is 1290. That's the number closest to that. So once you do the subtraction, you get the answer as 10. This is your remainder. So the answer is 4.356 divided by 2.15. This is your question. What is the answer for this? The answer is your quotient, which is 2.026. 2.026. This is how you do division of a decimal by another decimal. So that brings us to the close of this chapter, and you have to now practice. There are a lot of questions given at the end of each of these concepts and at the end of the chapter. Take time, to practice as many questions as possible, because what will happen when you do that? That's right, you'll become perfect. You'll understand the concepts very well, and doing mathematical operations on decimals will be a cakewalk for you, will be very easy for you. So all the best and do well. See you soon.